Greetings, Crosdale Village, and thank you for joining us. In celebration of National Hispanic Heritage Month, which is observed from September 15th through October 15th, we're meeting with a series of Crosdale finest. We'll learn a little bit about them, their culture, things they enjoy, and stories and tradition that are unique to their families. Today, we're joined by one of our neighborhood coordinators. Would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Daisy Garcia. I'm 24 years old. I work in the pavilion as a neighborhood coordinator for the second floor.
How long have you been a part of the pavilion team?
I started working the pavilion team back in November of 2024.
And I think prior to that, you had another role here at Crosdale. Tell us a bit about that.
Yes. When I was in high school, I was the dog walker / companion. So I really enjoyed that. I worked there for about 2 years. I met a bunch of residents with their pets. They were wonderful. That was my exercise for the day. I loved doing my exercise. I would love doing with Ms. Marks.
If I were to visit your hometown or where your family's from, what's the first food you think I should try?
So my family is from Mexico. Both my parents are from Acapulco, which is the beach area of Mexico, and I really think their big thing is seafood.
What's a seafood dish that you like that's Mexican inspired?
One of my favorite foods is pescadillas, which basically is fried tortillas stuffed with like fish, with tomatoes, vegetables, things like that. It's super delicious. The way my dad makes it, he makes it a little bit different here than he did then, but I feel like it's still, I've never actually tried the food from Acapulco because I haven't gone, but I'm planning on going in a couple of years.
Very nice. So food often brings us great memories. Is there a memory that you have that's associated with food?
My grandma. She is a big part of my life. I go see her any chance I get. She still cooks very traditionally, even though she's been here for a while. She always says that food is where you connect.
Yep, I think so too. What's your favorite traditional dish?
One of my favorite traditional dishes is mole. Mole is basically like a mixture of chocolate with peppers that they mix in and put chicken in it. It's really good.
Does the food remind you of a special person? You mentioned your grandma and also your dad's cooking.
Yes. So both of them, they're really good cooks. And I think my grandma has really put a big impact of food for me.
And have you taken a chance in the kitchen yet?
Cooking traditional Mexican dishes, no, because I feel like it's a lot goes into it. A lot. And grandmas are very good critics. She's always like, well, you're not doing this correctly. This is the way you need to do it. But she is a really good teacher, though.
Is there a family tradition that you look forward to the most?
A family tradition? Yes, we spent a lot of family traditions during the holidays. So Christmas time, I know we usually always go to church first, and then my grandma comes over and we do the traditional Christmas traditions, but we always like to celebrate it with my grandma's tamales, which her tamales are tamales de mole, so which would combine the dish that she makes, the mole, with the tamales. She puts it in the tamales. It's really good. It's one of my favorite dishes, and I always look forward to it. And she only does it during Christmas.
Can you tell us a little bit about Mexican culture and Christmas specifically?
Christmas specifically, they're very religious based there in Christmas. Yes, they love to celebrate Jesus and everything. Yes, that's one of their biggest things. They do, where my mom is from, Acapulco, they do festivals. They do a little parade in her hometown, a little parade during Christmas, and it's really nice.
Sounds like a lot to look forward to at the end of this year.
I wish I could go one day sometime this year, but it's always next year.
What part of your heritage are you most proudest of?
Honestly, everything. We bring a lot of culture, a lot of music, food, everything I feel like, to the States. And I'm very proud to be a part of that community.
If you could share one tradition with your coworkers, what might that be?
I think I would like to share having like a quinceañera. I think that would be really nice to share with everyone because you can get a taste of the food, the music, the traditional dances that go with it, and I think that's a really good experience to have.
Could you tell our audience a little bit about what's involved in a quinceañera?
Oh, a lot. A lot is involved. You have your traditional dances, which is your waltz, which is when you enter. It's basically the upcoming of a young woman turning 15. She's turning into an adult. She's going into an adulthood. So you have the traditional food, the traditional party, the traditional music. Sometimes you have like bands that come. Sometimes people do bands, sometimes people do DJs. It just depends. And I think one of my favorite parts that from my 15 was the father-daughter dance. I think that was really sentimental for me because like I'm growing up and it was just really nice.
That's beautiful. You mentioned growing up. Tell us a little bit about your academics.
My academics, I always grew up loving school. So currently right now I finished my 2-year associate's program at Durham Tech, and I'm currently in the way of going to UNCG for my bachelor's degree in business administration. So I'm really excited about that, and my parents really have supported me through everything for my school because like I said, I did mention I'm 24. So it took me a little bit to get with my associate's degree, but my parents really pushed me on it. So they were really big supporters in that.
Is there anything else you want to share about your family, your culture, or your traditions?
I think being in the Mexican culture, it brings a lot. We're very family big on family, and I think that really says a lot about us. We're very much always ready to help whoever needs help. We like sharing food. I know my grandma does. She loves sharing food with her community. She's very big in the church community. And yeah, I just think everyone should have a little experience of that, and I think that's really good.
Thank you so much. This interview has brought a big smile to my face and learn more about your family and your culture.
Thank you.
Oh, we are joined by two of our front of the house specialists, Yaslin and Sandra. Thank you, ladies, for joining us.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay. We'll start with you, Yaslin. Tell us where you are from.
I am from Guatemala.
Yes. And how about you?
I'm from Mexico.
Okay, Guatemala and Mexico. So I understand that your parents were from Guatemala and Mexico, but you both were born here in the United States. Have you visited Guatemala before?
Yeah.
Tell us about your experience going there.
It is very different from here, but it's a very nice experience. Many humble people, a lot of culture, a lot of food, a lot of family. To me, that's how Hispanic culture is. You meet a lot of family.
How about you, Sandra? Have you visited Mexico before?
I have, and it's very different compared to here. Like, you're very disconnected, you could say, from the world because there's not really much like service or internet around. So you're just like living the moment, really, like with family and friends.
Yeah. So tell us what part of Mexico your family is from.
So we're from Guanajuato. To be specific, we're from a rancho called El Picacho. It's about like an hour or so from like the heart of Mexico. I forgot how the town's called,
Okay.
but yeah.
Yeah. And what about you? What part of Guatemala is your family from?
My dad is from San Marcos and my mom is from Santa Cruz del Quiche.
Okay. And if we were visiting Guatemala, is there a food that you would suggest we try?
Yes, it's a traditional food, pipián. It's like chicken with a dark red sauce with white rice. Yeah.
Is there a food from Mexico that you would suggest we try?
There's not really much of a specific food because like where I'm from, we're not known for a specific dish, but like it's like where they've all adapted and learned like all the dishes around like Mexico.
What would be your favorite Mexican dish?
I would have to say like tacos, but to be specific, tacos de trompo. So it's like pastor tacos, but they're like stacked up in a tower and they're like being cooked right then and there.
Sounds delicious. Yeah. How did you learn about Crosdale Village?
By her.
And how did you learn about Crosdale, Sandra?
I learned about it from one of my teachers. She had like a board up of like places hiring and like that are like known for like being more like student based, for us like to be able to like do school and work at the same time without getting overwhelmed.
Is there a family tradition that your family observes that you would love to share with us?
Um, it's very different from here and then being in Guatemala with tradition, because there's some things that they have here and some things that they don't. But one of the traditions is that we normally use the traditional clothes in like Christmas or special occasions. So it's like a bunch of beaded shirt with like colorful skirt, and then like this tight thing that it pulls everything together. As much as tradition, as well as acción, not, what is it called? I don't know what it's called, but I went to Guatemala this April to celebrate that with my uncles and aunts over there. So it's like we eat homemade honey and with a bunch of homemade bread, and so it's called Semana Santa. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about a holiday or tradition that Mexicans celebrate.
We don't really celebrate a lot of our traditions here. Just it's like more based like my family's very busy, so they're always working. But when I do visit Mexico, I usually always visit during like December, so I'm there for like Christmas, New Year's. And there's like one tradition that like we kind of adapted here a bit, which are like on Christmas Eve we'll do like, you could say like a rosary almost, where we like are outside and we walk to like multiple different houses, and like you could like a type of caroling almost. And just a little difference is like in Mexico, like after you do all of that, like you'll get like a little aguinaldo, which is like a goodie bag. But here it's like more, you'll wait till the very end and they'll just have like a bunch of food, a bunch of like desserts, treats, everything.
What would you like others to know about Guatemala?
It's a very humble, very colorful place, a lot of culture, a lot of, when you get there, the first thing you see is the tradition, the food, the history that comes with Guatemala as well.
Is there, what would you like folks to know about Mexican culture?
It's very, you could say like family oriented. Like no one's really, you could say, looking at screens or doing something they really shouldn't. They're more or less like out with family, and like there's not much a specific thing. It's just like very family oriented.
So tell us about your academic prospects. Are you in school? How are you looking to grow yourself?
I am in school currently. I'm taking, right now it's my first year in community college, and then I plan to transfer into a 4-year college. I was one of the recipients for the Costa Village scholarship, and I'm hoping to receive a bachelor's in psychology. So.
Very good. How about you?
Well, I am currently enrolled at Durham Tech. I'm in my second semester there. I am majoring like in business administration, and I think I might just get my associates for now. I might go and get my bachelor's afterwards, seeing how it goes.
What would you like the audience to know about yourselves or about your culture?
My culture, it's very family oriented, very, you feel at home when you're over there, because that's how I feel, because like she said, it's very different from here. You feel more disconnected. For me, when I always go over there, I feel more free, more like I can be anywhere, I can go anywhere. Everything over there is basically more walking than vehicles, so I can like go to the store or just walk and stuff like that. So for me, I find it more easier over there.
Any last remarks, Sandra?
I kind of agree with her. It's like it's it's very free. Like there's not much you could say like going on that's like something dangerous or anything. So like family just lets you go out even in the middle of the night, as because they know nothing's gonna happen to you. Like you're just going down the street to grab a snack or go see a family member or a friend.
Well, thank you, ladies, for joining us and for being a great part of the Crowsdale team. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So we're joined with two of Crowsdale Village, Morrison Senior Dining co-prep specialists. Welcome, and thank you for joining
Thank you.
us. Teresa, tell us a little bit about how long you've been at Crowsdale Village.
It's 13 years.
13 years. And you?
18 years.
18 years. That's a long time. Thank you for
Yeah.
being here and being part of our success.
You-
What's special about Mexican culture to you?
The closer the family.
Yeah, close families. Yeah. I think family is very important.
Yeah.
Thank you both for joining us and sharing with us about your culture.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're joined today by Ivan Sanchez, one of our dining associates. Ivan, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Can you share with us where you're from?
I'm from Mexico City.
Mexico City. Wonderful. How long have you been in the United States?
I've been on the United States for 25 years almost.
If we were to visit Mexico City, what would be one food that you would recommend we try?
I want to say tacos.
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 Okay. How do traditional tacos differ from what we have here in the States?
There's a big difference because they make it here. They make it crunchy tacos and the soft tacos.
Yeah.
So Mexico they make it with a corn tortilla, homemade it. So there's a big difference. So they make it a big difference from tacos from here.
So I've heard great things about your weekly specials. Tell me a bit about those.
So weekly specials, this like we usually do superfood. For the past like 5-10 years. So they used to be before everyday special, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. So I like to create specials for the residents, give it something different what we're serving here most every day. So I like to build, something different. I'll be like looking for stuff I know they can be liked by the residents. So sometimes I'm thinking most of the time, every week, what I'm do for specials, what I do for superfood.
Yeah.
I would like to, surprise some residents and tell it this is what I make.
And tell me about knowing your residents. I've seen residents come to the counter and before they order, you already seem to know what they want. Tell me about learning them.
They take it, most every day I'm serving residents. They come in on breakfast time, lunch time. So I know residents, they usually eat most things every day. So some residents, they come into me on my day after my 2 days off, and they say, welcome back, welcome back. So they make me feel so grateful because I know I'm not the only one that can cook and breakfast. I mean, there's everybody else, but they make me feel a little, special.
Yeah.
But so many residents, I know what they eat, what they want. If they want to change it, I mean, they can let me know. Anytime I can change it. But, most residents, one of the residents on breakfast time, they say, I want to make a contract with you for the next 20 years. So they make me feel, again,
Good.
special. So
Is there a tradition or a holiday in Mexican culture or in your family that you look forward to every year?
yeah, like I said, there's a lot of holidays. for me, for my special holidays is Easter.
Easter.
Easter. So
Why Easter?
Them bring to me a lot of memories with my family, with my dad and with my mom, and you know, every Easter day we go to camping and spend all the family together. So that's what they make me feel more.
Thank you, Ivan. Thanks for sharing about your culture and also about what you bring to Crowsdale Village. We appreciate all you do.
Thank you.